Yeah, we've all been filmed going in. We're not to disguise this.
Oh my.
Jeez.
Lads?
I decided to take part because I really liked what we were going to do in the first week and the second week, and I thought it would be really good for university because I'm kind of starting to think about that now.
It was partially the whole, it looks good on my CV, it's good to get a job or a uni application, and partially because it's just a new experience for me to take part in during the summer holidays.
I've lived here all my life. I want to show that I'm part of a city, I can do something.
So we're here in phase 2 at High Adventure in Cheshire, and the students are really focusing on their team building skills this week and developing their strength of character, so understanding what they're good at and what they need to improve on for the weeks going forward in NCS.
This is my first activity of the week, and so far it started out very well. I just took part in the raft building activity, and it's where you work in teams to build a raft which you then put onto the lake, and you have to paddle around the lake a bit and have races. We beat the other team with our racing and less people fell in. But there was 2 people did fall in from our team, but that was their own fault. That wasn't the raft's fault.
What I enjoyed about it was just not getting stuck in, doing something different. When we found a problem, finding a way of coming around it.
Everyone just worked as a team. There were no specific jobs. We had people tying knots, but everyone had to tie a couple knots.
Yeah, it was wicked. I just wish we had more time on it.
I've just took part in doing rock climbing, and basically what you have to do in there, you have to climb up a wall, and you've got to position yourself in a way to get right to the top, and you've got 2 people supporting you. So you've got one person trying to support you so you don't fall right down, you've got one person keeping you in balance. If you're flying at the top or something, you would cheer them on saying you can do it and stuff like that, so it makes them more confident in yeah, I can do it.
They really challenge themselves, and that's one of the principles of NCS, is that they have that challenge, that they're pushed out of their comfort zone and that they really achieve something that they've never done before and probably won't do again for many, many years to come.
High adventure, we're loving it, it's so good.
I just took part in the high ropes. The objective was to get up to the top of a platform, quite wobbly and that lot. And when everyone's up, we'll bounce on the top of it and lean back, and you have to put your complete faith in the other people up there and that lot. And it was kind of difficult, kind of nerve-wracking, leaning back, especially trusting these people. Well, I've only known for a day, but it was fun.
No complication.
They're put into a team with their team leader, and they really have to work together from the first day they arrive. The first 10 minutes they're here, we put them into team activities, get to know their teams, and then they're with them for the whole 4 weeks.
You can't really come here and not talk to the people you're with because of the activities that you do.
You've got to work well as a team. You can't just have one person not doing anything and the other people doing loads of work. It has to be evened out. It's some people, if I can't do it anymore, you can do it. It makes them feel more confident and positive about themselves.
I'm not usually that good in working in a team, and I think this would help me do that. I usually tend to get really bossy.
It's so good.
University. Phase 3, this is all about skills, employability, getting those students ready to be out there, actually doing the jobs, doing the things that actually change their local community.
Employers came into the OB campus from all sorts of different companies like the fire service, NHS, the parks and the market, giving us challenges that they wanted us to face, see what solutions we could come up with.
The work the students actually did on Tuesday was very, very impressive. The feedback from the employers was incredible, and one of our employers did actually say that the young people had actually started to change his perception.
Today we're taking the kids on a walk. We're going roughly about 5 miles altogether. I'm going to be going around the university campus, taking them to little bits of points of interest. They're going to learn about the history of the area, and just so the community see them out and about to see what we do.
So they're starting to look at society, they're starting to look at their place in society, but obviously doing that work, they're given a map, they're given some instructions.
On the way, we got to see various things. We had to look out for certain markings, and we had to work as a team to orientate the map, using the skills we learned previously.
Well, look, my team worked together amazing. We did brilliant. I think we were like the fastest ones. There was one point where we got slightly lost, but we made up for it.
I think our team, from day one, we were all right with people because we haven't got like someone who's big-headed or arrogant. We're all quite sort of down-to-earth kind of people. We're all sort of we're comfortable with each other.
So everyone's been having a laugh with everyone, and mentor's great, and I don't know, we feel like a big family. It's really nice.
One of my best moments this week was a young lady who I just wanted to hug her. She was brilliant. She'd got such pace and rhythm, and she worked the room so well. She was almost rapping, and I spoke to her and she said, you know, I've never done that. I'll never stand up in front of the class. I won't do anything like this at school, not even in front of a few people. It's like, that's a success for me. Brilliant.
When we go to the uni, the kids are going to look at the facilities, the areas, what it's like basically to be a uni student.
I'd love to go to university, I've always wanted to go to university. And coming to Leicester and staying in with different people and meeting different people has helped me feel more confident about going to university, being comfortable there.
At the end of Thursday, we have a very long session on picking their social action projects. So by this point in the week, the students have started to think about how they're going to behave, what actions they're going to take when they're out there, and the sort of things that they're interested in. So within a geographical group of teams, they then get to pick their social action project.
I think for the social action, we're all quite looking forward to just doing something a bit like physical and moving away to your area where you know it really well. So it's nice that you can prepare for something that you know will make a difference to your area.
At Dorothy Goodman's special school, trying to paint up some of the classrooms, basically because it was in desperate need of it.
So far we have backpacked to Tesco to raise money for the paints and things, and on Monday night we did a really big fundraiser to raise loads of money with bands, barbecues, face paints and cake sales and stuff.
Because it's like students who got autism and some disabilities, we can't really make too much decoration because it might distract them from their learning. So I'm planning on doing like a sensory rules thing, so like I might have an eye, and then a rule could be look at what your teacher's telling you, and an ear could be listen to what your teacher's telling you, and a hand could be obviously keep your hands to yourself and maybe put your hand up or something like that. Yeah, well, I'm proud of what I'm doing because my brother's actually got autism and ADHD, so obviously it's quite close to my heart.
We're going to come back and do an assembly so that we can see everyone and the thoughts about it all and how it's turned out to be. I can't wait to see like all the smiles on the faces. That's like really cliche, but they'll be like really happy with all the work that we've put in and the freshen up of the school.
We've been fundraising for the Rainbows Hospice, and we've been doing that by going around town and bucket shaking. What Rainbows do, they help children, like they comfort them and give them somewhere they can go to be cared for because they have like terminal illnesses. It's been 2 days so far and we've raised over £1,000 so far. We're hoping to reach at least £1,500. But probably higher if we're still carrying on the way we are. We burst into a dance earlier on, so we were just doing the Macarena and people were just throwing money in, so it was pretty good.
Today we're at Egbert, which is a care home in Oadby, and for our social action project we're here and just helping around the care home. We've been talking to the residents here. Just today we've been doing their nails, and then a couple of us have helped with the tea for the morning service.
When we were thinking about doing our speech to the whole NCS group, quite a few of us got quite emotional about, you know, the elderly and how they feel alone and how space between families and stuff can really be heartbreaking. So that inspired us to do our social project, and this is why that our whole group is quite determined to do very well here.
I'm really enjoying it here. The elderly people are really funny, much like the younger generation. Like, they've been telling us some stories about themselves too, so it's really heartwarming.
There's more to the person that you can see. Somebody that may be in a wheelchair now without the use of an arm. It's hard to imagine them with a full and invigorating life. You can't imagine that because you can't see that, but if you talk to them, it brings it all to you.
They're like a normal friend. You can just talk to them about your everyday life, you can gossip with them. It's really fun to, yeah, they're just like another friend.
We were thinking about, right, what should we aim to do and what should we be, would have done by the end of the week? And one was to break the age barrier.
One of the young guys said to me the other day, "Do you think they're like Boy George?" Because that's from a long time ago. It's not. No, it's not. And it just gives you some idea of how much of a generational gap there is.
I used to think, you know, as you get older, your grasping power it lowers, so it takes you a lot longer to understand something. But since I've been here, I think it's the same really for a 2-year-old or a 60-year-old to learn something. It's the same.
We're in Groovy at the moment, which is kind of near Bradgate Park.
Just been painting this park, they've been recreating some of these play equipment, and they've also created their own designs to put onto a panel. And because they're such a well-behaved, sensible group, we've got so far that we've got a lot of time to have a lot of fun, as you can see.
We're helping the children mostly because they use this equipment. We've brightened everything up, we've livened everything up. We've brought a little bit more life and a little bit of oomph into this place.
A lot of people actually said thank you to go along, and one man actually brought us 2 boxes of heroes, which was really kind of him.
A lot of people have come down and said thank you so much for repainting our park, thank you for doing this for our kids. A lot of the children are saying thank you. They're really appreciative that we're painting everything for them and getting everything new and done.
It's nice to know that what you're actually doing is really actually being appreciated, as opposed to people just saying, oh, well done, nice job.
It's totally different because it's all doing, it's all helping out and all like getting your hands dirty and doing all the work.
A lot of the things we did in camping and at the uni have prepared us for this moment, such as communication skills and working with the team together.
My highlight of the NCS journey would be the camping week. Now, I was really scared to do the high ropes, and the whole team, they all cheered me on. I actually did it. I think that was the best day of my life so far.
I'm enjoying this week because it's really the team's like pulled together and really going for it. But I also like the high adventure part, of course, like all the activities. That was just fun.
In high adventure, when Stacey screams a lot, she was she was constantly screaming at like everything that she did. That was really funny.
One of the biggest things that stood out was the university disco. It was the highlight personally because we got to communicate with the other members as well, and everyone just had the most amazing time because it was just different to everything anyone has ever experienced.
I think a lot of people when they first come, they're quite nervous about it because obviously you don't know anyone that's going.
Only 1 or 2 of us knew each other, but when we first got into camp, it was just like we all just clicked, we all understood each other's different personalities, different backgrounds, and it all really worked out because we all understood each other.
I've definitely made new friends, and I really hope that I'll stay in touch with them.
We're like a family, it's like an NCS family.
over the course, I think I've got a lot more talkative and friendly, like chatty to people. Like, I've definitely like self-confidence. I can just go up and speak to people, like backpacking and stuff. I don't think I'd have done that before.
Wherever I go, it takes me 2 to 3 days to get to know people so that I'm comfortable. But it's the first time that I've come to a care home and I've been completely comfortable talking to others, and I'm not shy or anything. So that definitely helped.
Young people especially feel like they can't express themselves, and I feel so strongly and passionately like NCS has allowed me to express myself.
It gives me a lot of pride personally because as a group our motto was to make a difference and make people smile, and we've done a lot of that this week, so we're really proud.
Hats off to the people who did it actually, because it must have been quite hard organising it.
If I wasn't doing NCS this week, I would probably be watching Gilmore Girls or The West Wing or Glee. Just
lounging around at home, playing a little PS3.
Just at home being bored.
My summer would have been quite dull. It would just be me on the couch watching old movies, eating chocolate and getting fat.
I wouldn't be doing something as helpful to other people as this, to be honest.
Here I'm with friends, it's a lot more fun, it's more positive.
I told my friend that you are an idiot for not actually joining up, like signing up for this, because she was like, I'm a bit unsure, but I did it, and I said, you have to do it next year, no matter what, you have to do this.
You'll regret it if you don't take this opportunity because you meet some wonderful people.
NCS is something new and it helps you grow as a person and helping other people's lives as well in the community.
What you put in, you get back. Like, if you really want to go for it, you're going to feel good at the end, and it's a feel-good factor, so it's worthwhile, definitely.
NCS has been the best 2 weeks, I think, of my life so far. It's been amazing. I was really nervous about coming here, but I think since I've been here and I've just clicked with everyone, it's been so much fun. I've had such a good time.
Congratulations to all the young people that have taken part in NCS this summer, and thank you to everybody who's helped to make this an amazing success.